If you're coming from Logan Airport, I guess if you're going into Boston from Logan Airport around 5 o'clock or so, this is what you'll probably see. I think it's like this every day. I'm not sure. I don't come through here every day, so I don't know. But I know today's a Saturday and it's definitely congested. We'll see. We'll see what's going on down there when we get down there. If it's just congested, or if it's construction, or if it's an accident, or if it's just the way it always going to be like that. I know they closed the Sumner Tunnel. So the fact that the Sumner Tunnel was closed, and this is the, I believe the Ted Williams Tunnel. Whoops, look at this person on the side of me. Not even paying attention. Look at that. Wow, interesting. And he got livery plates. They're supposed to be professional drivers. Look at that. You see that? Don't even... I guess I would call myself a professional driver because look at this. Now he stops. Look at that. See that? That's not how you drive a vehicle. Look at that. He don't even give that person a warning that he's switching over. And then he does a wide turn. So that's like, correct me if I'm wrong. You see how he's doing it? He's driving that wide turn. That's why it's important to document what you see. And he's a livery, so imagine you and your loved ones in a vehicle like that, with a person driving like that. That's interesting. Just happened to point that out. And that's a livery driver too. Wow, interesting. I make sure if I see that vehicle, I make sure the driver does drive correctly, because I wouldn't want to be in a vehicle like that. Supposing livery drivers, cab drivers, bus drivers, taxi drivers, people who spend a lot of time on the road, truckers, they consider themselves professional drivers. Now, what level of professionalism, I don't know, but they call them professional drivers because the amount of time they spend on the road. But in reality, any one of us could be a professional driver. It's just how well you drive and how well you obey the rules of the road. So let's get through this traffic and see what we got over here. We just kind of keep an eye on the side of cars that cut in front of you like that, and don't use their directionals. Every time you switch a lane, you're supposed to use or do a merge. You should use your directional. It would help. Definitely would help. We do have some construction in the middle of the road here. I'm not too sure what they got going on there. Let's see. Now this lane's turn into 2. So even though we got 3 lanes now, as you go further down, they turn into like only 2 lanes. So the wisest thing is to start switching over now while you can. You're gonna have to switch over down there anyway. I got my blinker on, so I'm gonna keep it on until I get right here. Here we go. Switching right now. And just stay in this lane to the end. Or you can switch over one more, whatever's easier. Look at that, wow. I don't know if you guys caught that. The guy just cut the other car off. And these cars here are just doing whatever they're doing over here. You guys can see that. They're both fighting for the same lane. Another livery truck. We'll see how well he drives. That's the same one that cut us off earlier to the left of us, right? Right. You guys can see it right there. He didn't get that far by doing all that. He's only like maybe a car ahead of us. You just gotta maintain your speed and distance, you know. Realize you're not in a race. Or hopefully you realize you're not in a race. Now, if you want, you can switch over one more lane while you get a chance now, because you are still at the dotted line section. This is just abundance of traffic. I don't appear to be anything causing the traffic other than just so much of it.
There needs to be technological advancements, sustainability, renewable energy. These do represent some opportunities as well.
Kathy Anderson with the Walden Woods Project.
I see Earth Day as a very...
This is what you do. You find something that occupies your time while you're going through the tunnel, so you don't feel like you're being frustrated. Now, if you focus on the cars not moving fast enough, of course you're being frustrated because you're not, you know, going the speed or going the distance you wanna get. But if you find yourself recording or documenting or just talking about it in general, it might go a little quicker, because now your story might go quicker before you get to the end of the tunnel. Or you might see something out of the ordinary that might happen. You might say, "Well, look, you see that? Traffic on the trees."
Yeah, we sure do. Operator 128 northbound, you jam a mile and a half and growing. It's up to a right lane, multi-beak crash after 425 in Lexington. Further north slows again after Route 38 up to the Cloverleaf 128 southbound. Really thinned out a little slow north after Route 28 at Reading. Routes 93 and 95 looking good. The bottom of Route 3 southbound, heavy at the bottom onto 128 in Burlington. Route 1 looking good. Downtown to Ted Williams westbound is heavy leaving Logan. The inbound side has...
So that's where we are with the Ted Williams Tunnel.
Weekend until 5 a.m. Monday morning, long-term work project there.
Heavy leaving Logan, they say.
Gets heavier into the City Square Tunnel onto the inbound loop ramp. Lower deck of 93, just sluggish from Sullivan Square down onto Zachem. Stowe inbound flows through Back Bay right into Leverage Circle. David Cedrone, WBZ, traffic on the 3.
And looking at the 4-day forecast, it'll be cloudy with rain moving in after midnight.
Midnight rain, huh? All right.
Tomorrow, rain with a gusty, chilly wind and a rumble of thunder as well. High 51. Monday is going to be chilly, clouds and breaks of sun. A shower or two is possible.
So once we get out the tunnel, we make it on the 93 rather. I guess that'd be south, depends where we're heading. I guess we could cut this video off, or maybe we won't. Let's see what happens. Traffic's moving pretty good right now. It's not, you know, we're moving about 22 miles an hour, which is not, you know, it's not fast. It's about, a little under 30, so we're about 22 miles an hour. 22, 23 miles an hour. Actually, to be exact, we're 22 and a half, I guess.
On Sunday, Rabbi Levi Holderman and the Shabbat Center of Phoenix is inviting the community to come together in a show of support. Meet at the Bowden Lane Bridge at 10:30 a.m. and then
Speed's picking up a little bit. We're doing about 30 now. Approaching 35. At the 40 mark right now. Just a little bit under 40. Doing a little bit under 40 miles an hour. So we're taking the exit out, so we're going to put our blinker on and merge over as soon as we can. Might let this car pass us, or we might pass him, depending on if he's going to let us in. So he's not, he's letting us in, so we're going to cut right in right now. He's actually going straight. So that once you get out the tunnel, it seems like it moves a little faster. We'll stay to the left because we're heading to Boston. If you go to the right, I guess that's like South Boston. That's like bring you down by Congress Street area. If you guys are familiar with the Seaport area, that'll take you in that area down that way. Now we stay to the left again, because if you go to the right on this one, you're heading towards the Mass Pike. So once you kind of figure this out, you kind of have a science to it. Doing about 40. little bit over 40 now. Kind of stay with the flow of the traffic. You don't want to go too slow. Most important thing to remember when you're on this road here, it's a curve that comes up here. It says slow. If you guys notice it, it says slow 20 miles an hour. So I see a lot of cars hit this wall right here. See this wall coming up right here? It's like a hairpin turn. A lot of cars come out of here with a full clip. You can see all those scratch marks against the wall there. And that's from cars not, noticing that they're gonna make that turn. Or when it's raining out, they squeeze their tires and they hit the wall pretty good. Now, if you're tired, you definitely will take you by surprise. So try not to drive when you're tired if you can help it, or under anything like drugs or narcotics. Don't do that either. So now we're coming to Boston. We're just about on the 93 South. We'll get off at the Mass Ave exit. See if we can switch over now while we can. Always keep your cars in your mirrors. And there's a certain way you gotta position your mirrors too. Like one day I might do a video on it, how the best way for me to position my mirrors. May not work for you, but it works for me. It's the way I was taught how to drive. Like you can see the car. You want to see the whole. You want to see just the tip of the car, like the rear of the car, and the rest is going to be facing back. You want to have a reference point. See all that traffic that way too. Turn on our radio and see what's going on in Boston, so we can monitor the frequencies in Boston. Let's see what else we got going on here. Let's see. Now we're getting down to Mass Ave now. Mass Ave is where every other day someone's hit by a car. And you'll probably get to see why in a second. So the way these people run out in front of the cars. Put our radios on so we can just monitor the dispatches in Boston. We may see it, we may not see it, but you see how the people run out in front of the cars on Mass Ave, if you get a chance to see it. At nighttime is the worst because you can barely see them. Always prepare to put the brakes on when you get down here. Go to ssa.gov/SSI. Produced by Social Security and U.S. taxpayer expense. Maybe you won't see it today because they're not really out like they normally would be. Let's give it a little raise up like that. There we go. Treated by a medically trained, board-certified physician who is experienced in regenerative medicine and does these procedures under X-ray and/or ultrasound guidance. We come up with a very specific, targeted plan just for you. We use X-ray guided procedures so we can get into the joint to the exact location that's causing you the problem, whether it's a tendon, whether it's a ligament, and then. All right, so we made it into the city of Boston. This is where you get off the 93, and this is just the tip of Boston right here. Well, I guess you can call it Boston, Dorchester, but it was kind of like borderline Dorchester, South End, Roxbury, all in that same area. Depending on where you go. If you go straight, we're going to Roxbury. If we went to the left, we'd be going into Dorchester. And if we would have went to the right, that'd be considered South End. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. A ride from out in the, well, we were coming from the rear section of the city, coming into Boston, so this is more of the inner city.
Higher quality and better looking shed. See for yourself at reedsferry.com. Then make the call.
Get to see a little traffic out here. One day we'll do a ride around the city so to see how the city streets look.
Red Sox and Brewers play the middle game in their weekend series tonight in Milwaukee.
It's like, oh, look at this guy. See that? He just cut me right off. Wow, interesting. Now, wow, interesting. No blink or nothing. If I would have just sped up and hit him, that would have been my fault. Well, technically be his fault because he cut me off. But look at that. You can't make that up. Good thing I kept the video rolling. You got a fancy car, but he must not value it that much if he's going to cut people off like that. Now, I can tell you from my own experience, I avoided a lot of accidents by not being aggressive on the road. Now, had I been a more of an aggressive driver, this guy's quarter panel, or maybe his right door, would have been creased, at least scratched or bumped. I mean, I see it all the time. I record a lot of car accidents that I think that could be avoided if you use a lot of patience and caution, but who am I to say? Like, that guy there, clearly, look like he's on the phone too. If you can zoom in real close, you can see that he's on the phone right there. Look like he had something up to his ear. Yeah, he's on the phone, definitely. Something's up to his ear. You guys, the camera's not really quite making it out, but he's got something up to his ear there. Not too sure what it is, but whatever it is, it's. If anybody could tell me what this building is going to be right here, let me know. A lot of people have been asking me what that building is going to be. I haven't got a chance to ask any questions, but we'll find out. We'll get to the bottom of it. Put this, face it forward like that so you can see what I'm seeing. Got another car that he's getting kind of like he wants to pass this black truck, but there's two cars in front of that, so you really can't. You can't see what, or maybe you could see what I'm seeing. He's trying to pass this black Ford Explorer, but there's a car in front of that Ford Explorer that's not going to allow you to pass him. So the guy in this Lexus right here, I guess he's in a rush to go nowhere. Like, see how, like, for you to pass that SUV, you know, you can do it, but you're risk getting yourself into an accident pretty much. Now, he has the flashing red light, so he could have kept going. I don't know if you guys know it now. Now you get a solid light, but when that light is flashing red, you can continue going. Alright guys, I'm gonna let's cut this one short because there's gonna be so much stuff going on in the city. I'm not gonna be that. Wow, that's a bad road. Look at that. You gotta be careful out here because these plates will move on you. They're not quite spiked down the way they should be. Alright guys, catch you guys on the next one. I'm gonna pull over here and do my thing. Catch you guys on the next one.
Again, can't rule out some rain around. Right now it's 52 and